Boom. Alright, last we had left off, our wonderful little party of adventurers had made their way into Malagast, where they kind of, ventured into Vestel's mind, found out some secrets, and managed to successfully get out alive. Almost immediately after, Varus decided that rather than resting, he would take on the world. First, going to the Tri-Point by himself. While the others may have attempted to stop him, they could not find him, nor could they, truly, actually stop him. He managed to return, with the help of Van Bloom, a very out of it, what was her name? Atney Barlow. Though still alive, she looked like she had lost a significant amount of kind of just muscle mass, bone density, and all such, and she was not in the best of states. But she was alive. And as she recovered slowly within Melagost's, or specifically Van Bloom's, infirmary, the rest of the party decided to rest up and to try and make the best of the week that they had to kind of rest until it was noted that Varus was going to go to Kirkwall. And multiple people decided to tag along. Darcy, at this current moment, was way off in Ardalan enjoying his vacation time and just kind of making as much money as he possibly could. During the week, didn't make quite that much. However, during the weekend, he got some fat rolls because people realized that Darcy was back. But on the other side of the continent, our adventurers, at the very least the majority of them, were now in Kirkwall. However, that is not where we're going to pick up. We are, instead, going to pick up with Lyra. Lyra, as you kind of emerged from the dreamlike state of which you had been seeing yourself within, kind of exploring the various different options that were present, the vision that you had kind of lingers within your mind as you can't help but think about it every once in a while. What did it really mean, and who were those people? But you kind of shake it off, and you see that the rest of your companions begin to just depart, leaving you within an empty kind of infirmary. What would you like to do for your 7 days of rest?
Oh boy, oh boy. We are in Kirkwall, right?
No, you are not. You are currently still in Malagast. This is back in time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, 7 days of rest. Let me see what I wrote down.
It will be noted that your companions do notify you that they had intent to go to Kirkwall on like the third day. Is it the third day or the fourth day? I can't remember.
It was the third.
Yeah. It would have been like the third day into the 7 days of rest. Vestel would have left on like the first... Oh, sorry. She would have left on the second day after Varus comes back. And Darcy left on the first day. The rest of them are still like in Melgost, but they're not here at present.
Okay. Well, Myra is going to get up and she's going to kind of take a breather and like just kind of spaced out, obviously pretty pretty long adventure.
Mm-hmm.
And she's just gonna like take a walk, a stroll, just kind of ponder, skip stones by like some well or something. I don't know.
Sure. Give me an insight check. Now the question is, what are you pondering?
Um, Probably the vision. She just can't really shake it off. It's like just keeps coming back and she just keeps thinking about it. And just like ends up like wasting a lot of time and spacing out.
Yeah. Just trying to recall the various different details of the faces of the people, of the carriage, the accident, the location, the sounds, everything from here to there, just trying to understand, and it makes no sense to you. But thinking about it, you could probably find newspaper like clippings of information in regards to things like that. There might have been people around. If you could find out the location, maybe that could be interesting. The climate seemed to be at the very least in the Midlands, though where exactly you're not entirely sure.
Saying that she can kind of gather bits and pieces of information, she will head to the library and try to piece things together.
Okay.
Assuming I'm not banned from the library.
The library that we are all banned from. Is that the one you mean?
Wait, are we all banned?
No,
from
no,
it?
she's not banned.
We are all banned.
No, no, because of the community service and the work that she did previously, you are not banned. However, there is an armed escort with you.
Parole officer.
Essentially. But only in libraries.
Can I apologize to the poor old man?
I don't even know if he still works there.
Are you going back to the same library?
Are there other libraries?
There are multiple. It's a very big city.
Okay, I'll probably go to a different one.
Okay. Give me an investigation check just to see if you can find a decent library. Or you can make a choice and go to a known library.
How many libraries do I know?
You know the one where you killed the guy, and you know that the Library of Commons exists in Freereach, and you know that the Malagost has a Mages College, which also has a library.
You know what? Let's investigate, and if we can't find anything, let's go to a known thing.
Go for it.
No,
Ooh, buddy. Well, it's too late. You already made the choice to investigate. So, kind of just wandering around town, lost in thought. Unfortunately, you aren't even sure where you ended up. But as you're kind of like glancing around, you look, and then in the center of this, what appears to be like almost abandoned garden, you see like a singular tower that just kind of rises. It's not as tall as some of the other buildings. The tower itself is probably, God, maybe like 4 stories, 5 stories tall, with a pointed top. But the buildings all around are quite large. They're, for the majority, like 6, 7 stories tall, just kind of lined up properly. But this one's tucked away in the back of an alley, and for some reason, it seems to almost draw you in.
Well, I guess I will follow.
Right.
I think I'm in a state of mind that's very cautious.
As you get closer and closer to the actual tower itself, you get this strange feeling. Though unfamiliar, it almost screams something like you've been here before. But it's not possible. Why?
That just draws me even further in, so I wanna keep pushing.
Glancing up at the actual tower itself, you could see near the corners, near the edges of the actual top, beneath the sloped roof, what appears to be a series of ravens or crows that just kind of like sit at the edge, are cawing, and occasionally, once in a while, look over towards you. It's strange because on the street that you were just on, there was various different people, and it was loud, it was rowdy. But as soon as you stepped into this alley, kind of approaching this actual tower itself, it feels colder, stranger. Not quite safe. But the tower is in front of you. A large wooden door seems to sit at the very base of it, and strangely, the tower itself is maybe no more than 10 feet wide at its widest part. But it just
Is there a door?
climbs slowly. Sorry?
Is there a door?
There is. It's a large wooden door that is currently facing the direction that you are approaching from. The various different bits of vegetation that seem to be all around it is overgrown, dirty, and, well, let's just say it doesn't look quite as clean as the rest of the city does. But the door is in front of you, and you almost find yourself directly in front of it, though you don't recall having walked the nearly 40-50 feet from the edge of the alley.
Does my my barbarian danger sense go off for anything though?
Give me a perception check. Oh, it is ringing off the rails. Something is wrong. And your innate intuition is telling you to run.
Okay. Well, now that I have a sort of better grasp of my head, I'm going
Give
to.
me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, actually, sorry. It would be a charisma saving throw, not a wisdom saving throw.
No. Okay, even better.
The tower has a pull, but you manage to fight it off. You take a step back, and with that single step, it almost transports you out of the actual alley itself. And kind of blinking a few times, you glance in, and it's just an empty alley. There's no tower at the end of it, and the bushes that you did see before, they're neat. They're well kept. There is what appears to be like a young child near the end of it who seems to be currently playing with what appears to be like a toy boat in a small puddle.
I will approach the child.
Uh, she kind of looks up at you. Person. Stranger. I gotta go. She just runs past you with her toy boat in hand.
Wait,
No, stranger's bad. Stranger's bad. She already disappeared into the crowd. You could try and follow her.
no, I'm not gonna. It's kind of sus. And there's nothing else in the alley. Like I can see the end of the alley, and there's nothing there.
Yeah, glancing back, the alley looks almost entirely different from how you had seen it just moments before. Almost as if it was a different place.
Can I walk back to the end of the alley and try to maybe sense maybe there's some kind of barrier or something?
Give me an Arcana check.
Oh God.
No, can't sense anything. It seems fine.
I'll spend my imagination. Well, I guess I should get back to my task. Libraries, right? Yeah.
You can give me a different investigation check. However, that would waste the majority of your first day, so this would be the second day when you begin to search for the library once more. Or you
Sure.
can pick one.
We'll search once more.
Go for it.
Oh my god.
Well, you do find a library. You think. You walk into the store. It's like a small bookstore located, honestly, near where you had gone previously, because the area just kind of called to you. You explore the alley again, and there's nothing there. Nothing of note this time. But you kind of come out, find a nearby bookstore, you step into it, and, I mean, it's a bookstore. There's like a really, really old human man, probably approaching his 90s or 100s, just kind of like sleeping in the middle of a rocking chair off to the side of the entrance. And even with the bell that barely works coming in, he doesn't seem to even notice you. You do hear
Well, I'm gonna walk up to him and put my hands down on the counter.
there is no
Uh,
counter. He is literally sitting beside the door.
I just lean and lean forward a bit, like, excuse me, sir, is the store open?
There was an open sign outside. However, as you kind of ask this question, he doesn't seem to shake. He doesn't seem to move.
Uh, give him like just a light tap on the shoulder.
No response.
He's sleeping, right? Like he's snoring loudly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will shake him a little bit, lightly, still gently.
Okay. You shake him ever so slightly, and you kind of like hear, and the news and like the piece of like the large book that he's got on his face, of which he was sleeping under, kind of moves ever so slightly, and you see a very crooked nose underneath, and one of his eyes is blind. But he kind of looks towards you as he pulls the book down. This big rotund belly kind of now showing properly. Could I help you?
Yeah.
What are
if
you
you don't
doing
mind.
here? This is private property. You're not supposed to be here.
There's an open sign. I thought this was a store.
This is a store? Wait, I'm not at home. Where am I? Oh, shit. My dog needs to be fed. Oh, shit. You see him try and get up from the chair? He really can't.
Do you need help?
My dog needs to be fed. Wait. Who are you? What are you doing at my house?
This is a store. There's an open sign at the front.
No, there isn't. This is my house. Why would there be an open sign? What are you doing here? Who are you?
I take the open sign and like show him.
Yeah. You take it off of the actual exterior of it, and you kind of gesture towards it, showing it to him. He looks at it, looks at you. Well, my daughter made that for me. Oh, she's such a prankster. Wait, I have a daughter? No, I don't. Who are you? You're so beautiful. I like your hair. It's gold.
You know what? I think I'm gonna
What?
try my luck at another store.
Wait, come back. I need your money. Do I need your money? What? Wait, what's money? It's a
Have a good
capitalist
day.
invention.
And I just smile and wave and then just speed walk away.
Yeah, you can hear him mumbling to himself even as you walk out.
Okay, I'm just gonna go to a known library.
Okay, which known library are you going to?
Did you say the Library of the Commons?
Yeah, you're gonna have to go to Free Reach for that.
Okay, never mind. The Mage School or the Magic School?
Yeah, the Mages College does have a library. That's the one you're going to?
Yes.
Okay. And you do enter their library, and it is open to the public. However, they have restricted sections that are specifically for like textbooks and things that are not supposed to be public knowledge. But kind of glancing within the actual interior of this really large mage's tower, as you approach the base of it, you can see that there is a large gate set into the side of it that is currently kind of open. And kind of just glancing towards it, it's a beautiful, beautiful building. It is incredibly tall, and honestly, it kind of looks like a larger scale tower than the one that you had seen previously. Give me a history check. Or a perception check, up to you. It looks like the exact same building, just scaled up. Significantly, because the base of the actual school itself seems to be probably at least 70, 80 feet wide. And the double doors that are set into the base of it are wide open. And you can see within what appears to be just rows upon rows of books that kind of follow this base circular curvature of the building itself. And it's a wondrous sight. Kind of walking into the actual base of this library of this school, there's dozens, if not more, students just kind of sitting about in various different locations. Some are practicing spells directly in front of them. You see one shoot off a puff of smoke out of like a wand. You see another one kind of hold this amulet to their chest before kind of saying these words. And as he yells out, "Heal!" you see a small cut across his the back of his hand slightly seal up. But it's a library. What are you specifically looking for?
Just the general historical records.
Okay. Well, do you want to take the downtime route and guarantee information after an amount of days? Or are you going to just do a actual library search?
How many downtime days do I have?
You have a total of 7. You have used up 1.5 of them. So I'll say you have 6 days left.
Wait, didn't there used to be a training tab?
There is.
Where did that go?
Or there should be. However, I had to disable that module because it's currently not compatible with this version of Foundry.
I forgot how much progress I had on stuff.
For what specifically?
I think it was training like it was either crit or it was like +1 to hit or something.
Something like that. Is that what you wanted to go back to training?
Yeah.
You would lose progress on that if you don't, because I think your intelligence modifier is only a +1.
0 +0.
Oh, yeah, 0. So you would have, minimum of 1.
Yeah, I'll just do a standard library search.
Okay. Go for it. Give me an investigation check. Unfortunately, no information specifically related to those events turn up. Nothing sounds familiar. That there's tons of cart crashes, tons of lost cargo, there's tons of people going missing along the roads, and you realize that, oh my god, these roads are really not safe at all. Like, there is an incident that happens basically once every 2 days. You can see why the population tends to congregate within the cities. However, none of it correlates specifically to your incident that you can think of, or at the very least, nothing stands out when you're looking through all the books and historical records. You are approached by a younger student. She seems to be probably like early 20s, half elf, kind of comes up to you, and she has these like brown, short, spiked hair. Hey. Sorry, couldn't help but notice you were looking at historical records. I was doing some research on the Midlands. Did you find anything interesting?
Nothing in particular. Just that maybe there needs to be more like regulations on these carts. They're really dangerous.
Oh, it's not really the carts, actually. It's the presence of monsters, and specifically the presence of these very dangerous category of monsters that we call, well, what is it? Monstrosities, I think. So they're not quite as tame as beasts, say like a cat or a dog or a bat, you know? But they're much more dangerous usually. They got little bits of magic in them that just kind of differentiate them from the standard beast. They're usually what cause the most of the incidents, especially after all these integrations that the orcs and kind of goblins have been putting into. They've been doing really well and integrating into as a part of society, and all of them working super hard to be like showing that they're actual good people. But the carts, yeah, generally traveling caravan, it's just not a great idea. Like, you would not believe the amount of random shit that just goes down on the roads.
Is that so?
Yeah. Well, I grew up in Malagos, so I've seen a lot of these kind of caravans and things go out along the roads. Well, they traveled north towards the, alongside the Partatos Mountains. If you were high enough, say, near Van Bloom's mansion, you could probably see like tons of the area all around. And honestly, if you've got good enough eyes, you could probably catch someone getting absolutely attacked by monsters. It's a dangerous world out here.
Listen, I hate to cut you off, but how versed are you in history?
Well, as a matter of fact, she kind of like pulls up like the collar of her shirt. I'm very well versed. Caitlin, I'm a history major. Very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Caitlin. Just so happens to be that I'm looking for something that might have happened in the past. I'm not entirely sure.
That might have happened in the past. Okay, are you saying that there's a possibility it happened in the future? Because that would be kind of insane.
No, it's just it might not have happened at all. I don't really know, so I want to verify it.
So like did you have like a vision or something?
You can say something like that.
I also read the stars and I can read books. Or specifically, I have a set of cards that I'm trying to get very popular. They're supposed to be able to read your fortune. Would you like to try?
Fortunately, I don't really believe or really not really into that kind of stuff.
Miss, there are gods that are walking about our lands, destroying things. There are giant monsters that are literally capable of crushing schools like this with one step of their foot, and you don't believe in fortune telling? I feel like that's a little shallow. Maybe that's the human half of you.
I don't know.
Wait, no, sorry, you're not a half elf. Sorry, it's a bad habit. I kind of assume everybody else is a half elf because, like, a lot of people, their ears, they're just not as sharp as some other people's. So, my apologies. Are you wearing your goggles right now?
Like I have them like on my person, but they're like, they're on my forehead. Like I'm not wearing them to see through.
She kind of like narrows her eyes ever so slightly, and then she puts a set of glasses on and looks up at you. Oh shit, you're a Grey Warden. Oh, I'm so sorry. I gotta go. Bye. She walks away.
Wait, can I just can I try to like reach out to her just like gently?
Sure. Yeah. You kind of like lightly grab her on the shoulder, and she's just like, please don't hurt me.
Don't worry, I have no intention. Just wondering if I paid you to like do some research for me, would that be possible?
Yeah. I'll do it. Yeah. Yep. Done.
There's a specific incident that I wanted to know if it actually happened or not.
Yeah.
So
it definitely did. I'll find it for you.
and I kind of then just describe some of the details I've seen in the vision, like the area, maybe like the type of carriage, and like the descriptions of the people in the carriage.
Give me an insight check. As you're describing all of these things, she goes from terrified of you very much into, oh, this is very interesting. Into, oh, this is very interesting. And you can see that she's taken out a notebook and is just like scribbling a bunch of notes down, specifically in regards to the details. And kind of like as you're recounting it, she adds more to the details and she kind of writes down a lot more. And she looks at you. Okay, am I allowed to know your name?
It's Lyra.
Hey, Lyra. Please don't hurt me. Love your hair. I'll try and find out this for you. Come back tomorrow. Tomorrow.
I'll give her.
Wait, you're not gonna kill me if I don't find it right.
Of course not. Kind of just like, show my empty hands. I'm just an average person, just like you and anyone else.
She looks at you. No, you're not. I've heard of Grey Poisons. They can kill people with their bare hands. They can kill 100 people with their bare hands. Well, they can kill 100 civilians with their bare hands, but, like, I'm just a normal person.
Well, if I could do that or would do that, I would not be allowed in the city at all. Don't you think?
No, you're probably right. Why do you have an armed escort? You see the the guard standing behind you, kind of narrowing his eyes.
Look, it's a long story. I'm sure you'd agree with me if I told you the reasons why. But listen, here's five gold pieces, and if you come back with a completed report, I'll give you another 5 gold.
Okay. Yeah. Done. Yeah, I'll do that. She immediately just starts scrabbling through books. I will roll for her, and you can publicly see what I get. She rolled a 20.
God damn it.
Unfortunately, it was a soft 20, not a hard 20. Yeah. You disappear for the rest of the day, and you do get the information from Darcy and the rest of them screaming in the direction of the actual infirmary that it seems that for some reason, Varus is back from something. As you go to the infirmary, you do see the rest of them kind of just like talking. Darcy is not there.
Everybody but Darcy.
Yeah. You probably catch like the tail end of a conversation while the rest of them are just kind of discussing this. But yeah, not Darcy. Varus is back, and you can see that Atney Barlow is currently lying in one of the beds.
Oh. No, I'm never ceased to surprise me. I thought I've seen it all in this group.
Oh, actually, no. I think Vestel left as soon as Varus would have come back, right?
He left a little bit after.
Yeah.
She made sure that he was back first.
Okay. So this would probably be later in the evening. Varus, at any point would you have visited Atney? Or would you have just basically been prepping for Kirkwall?
Before we left, I think he probably would have, yeah.
Okay. This would be later in the evening, and rather than a commotion, you just kind of walk past the infirmary, and you see that there's Atney Barlow currently lying in one of the beds, a older female cleric kind of just like standing over her, chanting something ever so slightly, and you see Varus kind of just near the entrance of the room, leaning against the wall, kind of glancing in. You don't see anyone else around. Varus, you do see Lyra approach.
So, one hell of a feat you did.
Well, Someone had to try once, right? Well,
How is she?
um, well, you can see for yourself.
As you're kind of glancing into the
Surviving.
actual room itself, you do see that Annie is on the bed. She seems to be very, very pale. The majority of her arms are kind of exposed, and you could see that she's lost a lot of the muscles that she had previously when you had last seen her in Free Reach. She seems to be almost like slightly malnourished, and there is just cuts and bruises all over her entire body. Most of her hair had been shaven off, and you can barely see the traces of the lilac just slowly starting to come back. And other than the face shape, you probably wouldn't even have recognized her as Atney.
Does Van Bloom know?
I would sure hope so. He's the one who brought me back.
Oh. Did you learn anything while you were on your escapade?
Nothing good. Apparently, there are two groups of people fighting over the castle and the Thrive Point right now.
Hmm. Well, I guess it's a good thing that we didn't go there.
Yes, I agree. It's a good thing you did not go there.
It just feels like there's a lot happening.
Well, you know, all I can say is I've done what I've done. It worked out well. That's about it.
Then what now?
Well, I suppose now we technically do what the original plan was and go to Kirkwall.
Kind of excited but not excited. It is near my home, but it's not a very pleasant place and not very pleasant memories.
Well, it's definitely not going to be a good place for you regardless. They definitely don't like you there.
Oh, I know, but sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do.
I agree.
I promise I'll hold my punches back.
I'm going to be honest with you, I don't think you need to. If we get attacked there, I don't think me or Artemis are going to hold our punches.
Oh, not even talking about being attacked. Someone just says something wrong about me.
I would hold your punches if they just say something. Especially you. Grey Warden going to their city and just immediately attacking someone. I don't think that would end well for most people, especially you.
I agree, but people in Kirkwall can be quite something. Will be a
Which is
challenge to hold back.
why you just gotta ignore people. I mean, hell, I ignored all of you and I did something fun.
Yeah, maybe I should try to lack some more empathy.
Up to you. It's worked felt it's worked perfectly fine for me, but you are not me.
You're right. Is it evening right now?
Yes, it's late at night, probably closer to midnight than it is any other time.
I'm, I'm gonna go lie down for a bit. Just haven't been myself today.
Fair enough.
But, yeah, I just kind of just turned to leave.
All right. What you do? You get back to your room. You rest up. The day after, you would be able to do whatever. I don't know. When did you guys leave? Did you guys leave first thing on the third day?
Yeah.
I think so. Practically.
Well, then you have two choices, Lyra. You can either leave with them in the early mornings of the dawn, or you could go and find out what Caitlin has found out.
I will stay back for Caitlin.
Okay. You go and kind of speak to Caitlin, and she looks honestly really tired. She's got these dark circles underneath her eyes. Her face is like super droopy, and she's holding what appears to be like a really big cup of coffee, which is 3/4 of the way through. And this coffee cup is like, it's like a liter. It's a big coffee cup. As you kind of approach, she looks up. Oh, Lyra. Yep, that's it. I found something.
Jeez, you look terrible. I didn't.
I, I set my deadline a little low. I probably should have said like 2 or 3 days. But I did find a little snippet. There. Okay, here. Okay. This is a contract, actually. A contract that was taken up by a Grey Warden. Which is the surprising part. Because it doesn't really list anything in here. But the incident that you described, the event, it's real. One, which is so good for me and you. But what's not good is that well, there's other bits of information in here. It's like a report that was filed out by the Grey Warden that completed the contract. Do you know someone named Theo Zayton?
Yes, I do. He's quite infamous.
Yeah, he's the one who had taken in this contract. It essentially says that there was a chimera terrorizing a road in a certain area. Well, that specific area would be the road between Fort Lest and Kirkwall. And the chimera was killed. However, there was a large amount of confirmed deaths, and the only two people that fit your description are two members of a rather notorious family. One is a Grey Warden named Jamie Flowers, and the other one is also a Flowers, Evabella. There's no indication that there was a kid.
It does sort of line up, but it's still a lot of unknowns.
Well, Grey Wardens, they can't sire children. It's not physically possible for them.
And what is that vision mean?
I don't really know. I mean, I can try guess. Maybe they eloped. There's been situations where Grey Wardens were they like ran away from their duties as monster slayers, and they just got married and settled down. Unfortunately, every story that is like that we know, the Grey Warden ends up dead, and their spouse and children or sorry, no, their spouse ends up dead as well. Usually no children unless they're adopted. Which doesn't match with you because you look like a... Is that offensive? You look like a flowers.
You aren't the first person to guess that.
It's the golden hair. It's hard to miss. Everybody else has kind of like, slightly mixed golds in their hair, or like it's like blonde highlights. Some of it's not real. But it's hard to mistake yours. I don't know. This is all I found. Is this enough?
This is more than enough. You've given me plenty to think about. Listen, Caitlin, I really appreciate you doing this for me.
Yeah. Yep. Totally wasn't scared for my life. Oh, sorry, that's wrong. The first one is not a Grey Warden. Evabella Flowers is just a normal person. Boom, there you go. That's right.
Here's the extra 5 gold as promised.
Thanks. Can I go now?
Yes, you don't need my permission to leave.
Oh, okay. She kind of walks away. You see her step maybe like 30 feet away and then collapses into what appears to be like a rather large cushion that is in a very comfortable section of it, and you can hear the snoring from here.
She like sleeping on the streets.
No, you guys are in the library. She's
Oh,
sleeping in one of the cushions in the study area.
Okay. Well, do I have like a random piece of cloth? I can just like put it over her.
I mean, she was wearing like a normal robe, and she's probably gonna be fine. It's not cold. It's very temperature controlled within the tower.
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna leave with haste.
Okay. You kind of depart. Relatively little issue. You find yourself outside of the actual tower itself feeling strange, to say the very least.
Yeah, just gonna depart and kind of try to make up time so that I can catch up to everyone else.
Right. Well, you could definitely go through the teleportation circle. However, you would have to pay for it yourself. It is 85 gold.
How many platinum is that? Just 8.5 platinum.
8.5 platinum.
Sure. Actually, no. They're gonna come back eventually, right?
No, well, we said we'd be there to scout it out first and then wait for Darcy.
Yeah, we were going under the idea that the rest of us were going ahead and Darcy would show up a few days later and meet us there.
What if I met up with Darcy?
You could. You know where he is. He's made it very clear exactly where he goes during the downtimes.
Okay, I'll hang out
Right,
with
Darcy?
Darcy.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, I'm just making sure that you like. Do you tell them that you go back to your store every time for the downtime, or like do you just tell them, "Yeah, I'm going back to home"?
Yeah, I tell them that I go to my store because the store is home.
That is true. Okay, so
Because
yeah.
unlike some people, I don't run off without at least leaving a note.
So you are fully aware of where Darcy is.
I will go to where Darcy is.
Okay,
It's in Ardalon.
it's still 85 gold, except you're going to be going to Ardalon this time.
No, wait. But the math doesn't make sense yet because I'm gonna have to pay again anyways. No, Kirkwall is a smart play.
To save
Well, that's
money?
the thing.
Are you
So
trying to
here's the
save
thing.
money? Is that what you're trying to do?
Maybe.
Here's the thing. It still takes. I would be going to Kirkwall with you, which means since it's a group, it's only 5 per person. So as opposed to me spending my 80 to get there, I'd be spending 85 to take you along with me.
Then I'd still have to spend like 85 to go to you,
You'd only need to spend 80,
or 80.
and I'd be covering the rest of it.
I guess it depends. Did you want to join us for our thing, or did you just want to stay out of it? Because that's either way you have to pay.
Yeah,
No,
because
I'll go.
regardless, no one is currently in Melagost
Yeah,
except for Van Bloom.
I will go to where Darcy is.
Okay.
Take a nice vacation.
Have you been to Ardalon before?
No, I don't think so. No, that's like too far to the southeast.
Okay. Well, it's a beautiful oceanside city. Think of Venice, but fantasy. You know, that's basically what Ardalon is. It's a
You
beautiful.
guys get around by boats everywhere.
Yes, there is. In between each section of the city, the streets are typically filled with with like actual canals. Though there are bridges that connect the majority of the area. Like almost all of Ardalon is kind of like, I mean, it's beautiful to say the very least, but almost all of it is in the actual water itself. The city is floating on the water. But yeah, you find Darcy's shop, and honestly, yeah, you can just you have another 5 days, I think. Yeah, 5 days to do whatever it is that you wish to do.
Yes, I will maybe look for the closest barracks and do some more training.
What's up?
If Lyris tells Darcy that she's looking for more, like looking to do any sort of training, Darcy might direct her to. Just a second, I keep forgetting his goddamn name. Backstories. There we go. Yeah, would direct her to Grisham.
Okay. And Grisham is willing to teach. He kind of like, yeah, you meet up with him. He just kind of looks at you. Grey Warden, try and learn more. Train, good. Stay sharp. You have to out here. It's a dangerous world. Let's go. You see, as you are looking at a man who is currently sitting in a wheelchair. But yeah.
You must have seen some shit.
He did. He did. And he kind of takes you to the Ardalon barracks, where you see actually a lot of guards who he also puts you into kind of their group. Grisham is a master. You actually gain double progress when you are learning with him.
You're welcome.
Sick.
He is unfortunately disabled physically, so he's not able to actually fight, but he's real fucking good at teaching. And he's really skilled with the weapons that he is capable of using, which is everything because he's a fighter. But yeah, you would spend the remaining of your 5 days practicing and learning. So I would say keep this down, write this down in just like your normal notes, because I did give you guys a notes journal, I'm pretty sure, right? Yes,
Yeah.
I did. And then in there you could just kind of keep track of this until everything is updated. You piece of shit. Why would you write that? This guy. Okay, but yeah, you can put in more progress. Roll for progress for the next 5 days. If you roll above a 10, I can't remember what it is, and I can't remember what it was that you were trying to train for.
I think it was like the +1 to hit.
Okay, if you're getting a +1 to hit, then that would just be an attack roll. Roll me an attack roll with your normal weapon. Anything over a 10 gets you 2 progress.
You need 1 token.
Oh, you can
That
you can click the actual weapon and then click attack roll. So click the name of the weapon and then click just attack, and then you should just be able to roll it. Yep, that is a 22. That's pretty good. So you rolled above a 20 and you succeeded. So this is actually 3 progress for this one day. Roll me for the next day. That is 2 progress. Total of 5. That's another 3 progress. 8. Ooh, another one. 8 to 11. You have 1 more day. Ooh, okay. You know what? Since you rolled a natural 20, I'll give you an additional progress for that. So because it's 11, it would have normally gone up 3. Instead, you get 4. You're getting a total of 15 in progress over these 5 days. Congratulations. You are 17 of like 30 of the way there to training that, I'm pretty sure. Let me go double check. Let's see. Where is downtime activities for +1 to hit? It is 30 progress required. You are currently at 17.
Is that 17 from today, or is that including the previous?
That's 17 including the 2 that you start with.
I wonder how much progress I had before.
It was 2. You have it written
Oh,
down.
it was 2?
Yeah. Because you
Start
start...
written down.
Yeah. It's literally in your notes. You're the one who wrote, Jake, you're a poo-poo head if you're reading this.
Wait.
This guy doesn't even know his own notes, man. Come on. Man's getting me out here reading his notes and going, why is this guy writing this, man?
Oh, okay.
All right. So. You are now at 17 progress. I would write it down in your notes. Yep. But yeah, eventually, both you and Darcy decide to depart for the city of Kirkwall. Of which, let's go back in time a little bit. Boom, to the
As we're
rest.
getting onto the teleportation circle. So, what do you think is the likelihood that one of them's been arrested?
I'd say maybe it's a 30% chance.
Only 30? Man's generous.
I like to think that maybe we've learned and gotten wiser.
You're saying that about Artemis.
Oh, you're right. I'm gonna bump that up to 75%.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's probably a bit closer. I still feel like you're lowballing though.
I'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
Mm, 20 gold says he's been arrested.
Okay, well, I guess 20 gold, he's not arrested.
All right then.
All right. But we go back in time once again. We have the wave transition, you know. Now that we have the wave transition, we go back in time to the other lads and ladies who are now back in Kirkwall. You have just managed to contact one Ilden Flowers, and you've informed him of your intent to discuss the happenings within the city. He told you sundown at a specific garden at a specific location. And because you've been told about a specific garden in a specific location, you guys had the rest of the day, I believe. Did you guys do anything different or separate? Because now, technically, you don't have Lyra. It's just the three of you. And you are actually less hidden than you were before. Because at least before, there was a person that looked like a human with you. So...
I don't think we were doing anything like too crazy.
I think maybe because we were at like a tavern. I think maybe Varian will try and hide his ears, Elvis features a little bit. He feels like he stands out a lot more than he thought.
Bars is nothing different. He's used to blending into places.
Alright. So, as you guys are all trying to blend into the surroundings, give me a stealth check.
Oh boy.
Well, someone's doing perfectly fine. Someone is absolutely not.
I mean, this is exactly what was expected, right? Down the middle.
Yeah,
20 into
actually.
that one.
Yeah, this is...
About right.
You gotta be real thankful that your fucking natural 20 actually counts for a lot in this.
God, I hope so.
Because that one is like, oh boy, you know? Let's see. Does this average out to the number that I think it does? Oh! Ooh, you guys are lucky. Yeah, you guys are lucky. But yeah, as you guys are trying to kind of wander around the actual city itself, you do still get glances here and there, but surprisingly, you manage to avoid the attention of the majority of the people. It seems that not all of them are kind of keen on paying attention to you, and some of the ones that do actually manage to kind of catch your eye or glance your way aren't necessarily, you know, they probably don't give a shit. Half of them are like, just chilling, they're doing their thing, they're having a good time. And most of them just, you know, it's life. It's they're doing their thing. But did you want to just wait for the evening? Or is there anything specific within the city that you wanted to kind of explore, to see?
I want to be very inconspicuous, even though I failed. But Varian tries.
You are unfortunately very conspicuous. And thankfully, Varus is with you. And he kind of like pulls you away from basically exposing yourself in a spotlight to everybody else. However, he doesn't get you away from all of the attention that you would like. And as the three of you are kind of like walking throughout the actual city itself and just trying to avoid the more populated areas as much as possible, you did get around to like one of the back alleys that you're trying to crisscross away from just a general attention. You do see what appears to be like two paladins, both gnomes, just kind of like chilling in this back alley, playing what looks like some sort of like dice game on the ground with like marbles and stuff. And as soon as the three of you kind of approach and try to walk past them, you see one of them takes a step back and just kind of immediately gets in your way so that you can't actually step past him. And he leans against the wall, and he looks at you, looks at all of you. Are there non-humans? Now that's a strange sight within this city, isn't it? Don't you think? And you see his partner and his buddy on the ground. Yeah. No. See, there's a lot of us. Elsewhere, not here. So I wanted to know what the hell you were doing within our city. You know, we're sanctioned to be here, and even then we're still hiding in the fucking back alleys. But you, a lot of you, the three of you, you look like a bunch of fucking dinkus. Yeah? Yeah. So what the hell are you doing here? He just seems to be generally looking towards Veyroon. Because, honestly, looking around, Varus has already disappeared. Like, you don't know where he is. He's not with the group.
Thankfully, Veyroon knows Gnomish. He dated a Gnomish girl on and off for 10 years, so...
Okay.
He'll speak in Gnomish. Oh, we have business here. We were just passing by.
No. I don't care if you can speak our language or not, okay? Although, I do appreciate it. What the fuck are you doing here?
Okay, this is our first time in the city. And honestly, maybe the same thing as you guys, we feel very awkward.
This isn't a place for
non-humans.
civilians. This is not a place for civilians. We're part of the Crowned Expanse. That's why we're here. Yeah? Yeah.
Look at everyone on the street. They're staring at us.
Of course
I
they
didn't
would.
know Kirkwall was like this.
Look, it's not... So you're telling me you're just a fucking idiot? Are you a tourist? Is that what you're here for?
Yeah, basically.
Okay, here's some
I'm
general
50%.
advice for you fucking idiots. Give me a deception check.
Am I being deceptive?
Yeah, you are the one deceiving them. Because you told them you're a tourist.
I guess. We are here on business.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Alright. He kind of leans over closer to you. Look, here's some fucking advice, eh? Kirkwall is not meant for tourists, especially non-human ones. So, if I were you, I would either find some way to convince people that you're part of the Crown Expanse, which I wouldn't recommend. We're very exclusive to paladins. And two, clerics as well. But two, leave. Go home. If you really wanted to explore the lands, find better places to be, go to Liana. If you're from the south, you would know how beautiful it is. Or go to Freereach, Melagos even. Or, if you really wanted to see the lands, go to Gal Ors. Just don't come to Kirkwall. You're going to fucking get yourself killed, beaten up, or something worse. Alright?
I'll keep that in mind.
We have a saying here.
Our next destination.
Yes, exactly. We have a saying here. If you're not human, you've got to get gallivanting the fuck out of here. Yeah. So go. Leave. Before someone else decides that they want to report you to the House Flowers.
Oh, sorry, I didn't. And thanks for the advice.
Look, you're non-human. I'm non-human. I get treated just like shit as well here, but I'm here on business. I have to be here. My partner and I. If we didn't have to be here, fuck off, we'd burn Kirkwall to the ground. No one heard that, right? Yeah. Look, I'm just watching out for one of my own, alright? Get out. Keep your lives. Fuck off. Kind of pats you on the knee, walking back to his game.
What a nice set of fellows.
Oh, that's nice. Okay, I'll turn around and go somewhere else.
You guys got real lucky. But yeah, you kind of wander off into the actual streets and kind of try and keep it to your own as well. Are you trying to hide again, or are you kind of like just exploring the city willy-nilly? Are you guys going to stay in one spot, or like what's going on? What's the plan? Are you just waiting for the evening?
Yeah.
I think so. Practically.
Sorry, Varus, what did you say?
Practically.
Practically. Okay. All right, give me another stealth check. All of you are rolling flat, except for Varus. You have advantage.
Let's go. Shift or control? Shift, right?
It is
I'm
shift.
gonna-
I believe it is shift or control. I can't remember which one.
I'm gonna use borrowed knowledge because
Let's roll one more time.
I got spell slots to waste.
Okay. You use borrow.
I think that just makes it a straight stealth check for me because of my armor.
No. It is flat because you would have had normally advantage in this situation because of what this is.
Gotcha.
So all of you are just rolling flat except for Varus, who gets advantage.
No, it rolled. So it's a 15 is what I rolled plus 3, so 18.
So 18 total, and then for Veyroon, it's 21. Okay. All of you, completely unbothered. You manage to find your way to the actual garden itself, and you just kind of like chill in the nearby area, just hiding your faces, having hoods up or whatever else. And for the most part, most people ignore you, seemingly not willing to pay attention to you, or just unknowing that you are not human. Though you do see other non-humans traveling about, you do see that they get a lot of attention. They don't necessarily get bad attention, it's just that they get attention. They're watched. A lot of the people almost seem to have constant like vigilance towards them, and you see at one point, one person, just like a regular human woman, kind of walking by. She spots what appears to be like one of the gnomish people from the Crowned Expanse, and she like immediately grabs something in her pocket. And all of you had seen basically the hilt of a dagger appear until the guy walked past, before she kept moving on. But yeah, and eventually the evening kind of settles down, and it gets to just before dusk, and you could see a rather large figure kind of approaching the area itself. The three of you, are you hiding, or are you just like out in the open?
I would like not to be.
Okay.
As I said, probably would come down to whatever our master of stealth here would want to do.
Yeah, are we landing in open or are we hiding, Mr. Stealth Master?
I mean, hiding 100%, or at least definitely not out in the open. More, you know.
Like
Alright.
hiding in plain sight.
So like the three of you are like just tucked underneath a tree, having a conversation while being shaded by the dusk and having hoods up and stuff. Okay, but yeah. You see,
Trying our darndest to be inconspicuous.
yeah, exactly. You do see Ilan kind of approach the area and kind of like, or who you believe to be Ilan, because he takes off his hood and you see the massive bushy beard, the kind of like rough and tangled, rather long hair across his entire head and kind of drooping just over onto his shoulders as he kind of walks around. He glances around the area around, and I'm going to roll a perception check for him. And yeah, he does not spot any of you. He kind of walks around the actual area itself, and he seems nervous because he's kind of like walking back and forth in the same spot. And you do see that he tries to be like slightly inconspicuous and just like blending into the background. He's not good at it at all. Though he is wearing like travel gear, so he can't really be easily identified before he puts his hood back up and just kind of leans against the tree. You guys are watching him, and he hasn't discovered any of you yet, so.
Yeah, I mean, Shall we make ourselves known, or do we just want to stay here and watch him lean against the tree?
I imagine we'd probably want to at least let him know as funny as it would be to, just sit here and not let him know.
Let's signal him over.
If you would, you want me to give a little quick look around, see if he wasn't tailed or something?
Probably
Probably.
a good idea.
Good idea. Didn't think about that.
But yeah, with my stealth check, I think I'm just gonna kind of like trouble around for a little bit around the area that he is and see if anyone isn't like keenly watching him or anything.
Give me a perception check.
Sure thing. Perception. 27.
You actually do see someone watching him. And it's not just your companions or you.
Yeah.
There is what appears to be like a little bit of an older woman, probably in her later 50s. She's sitting on a bench nearby in the actual garden itself. And you could see that every once in a while, maybe like every 15, 20 seconds, she kind of glances towards him. And you could see she seems like a little nervous. And there's beads of sweat that are kind of like forming on her forehead.
Okay. We'll just kind of like, I'm assuming I can easily just kind of like walk up behind them. Or hell, even instead of that, are they like, this is a weird question, are they like talking to themselves at all? Like under their breath, like
Nope.
saying anything?
They're silent. They appear to be crocheting, but as you watch the actual movements of the crocheting, there's no actual, like, it's going through the motions of it. However, there's no actual, like, sweater or anything being knit.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'll head back to my group real quick and just kind of be, he is certainly being watched. I can see the person watching him. It's up to you what you want to do. I don't know if you want to take him away from here or
Let's try and lose the tail. Maybe we can get him to go somewhere else.
possibly.
All right. So, do you approach him?
Yeah, I'm assuming so.
Okay. As you kind of, like, get a little bit closer and you reveal yourself, you do see that he kind of looks up, tilts his head ever so slightly, because he doesn't seem to recognize you through your hood and whatever else that you're wearing. Do you take off the hood?
Not while I know someone's watching him. Just
Okay.
kind of truly walk up to him and just look at him and just go, "It's Varus, you are being
Hey.
tailed in case you
Yeah.
didn't know."
Oh, am I?
Well, someone's very keen on watching you.
Oh, that's not good. Shit.
No,
Do you want to try and lose
no,
them?
if you... Well, that's the plan.
Yep, that's the plan. I don't want to be watched. And to be honest, already meeting you is suspicious enough. They've probably already got your description if they're watching both of us. So,
Probably.
let's separate for a bit. We'll meet you back here in 10 minutes, huh?
Okay.
There's a chance they tail you after instead of tailing me.
Well, I guess we'll find out.
Yes. See you in a bit. Kind of just nods before walking away. And yeah. As you kind of, do you walk back towards the group or?
Yeah, I think what I'll do is I'll walk over to the group and just kind of, we're going to split up a little bit, see if he can't lose the tail. Maybe they'll follow us, who knows. But I think I'm going to follow him just to make sure nothing goes wrong.
You do see
So if
that.
you two,
Actually, give me another perception check.
sure thing. Much worse.
Glancing towards the location which you had last seen that older woman, she is no longer there. And kind of looking around, she's nowhere in the vicinity, at the very least from what you can see.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna. If that's the case, I'm gonna go after where Ilan went and see if I can't find him, and just kind of keep an eye on keep an eye on him, his surroundings, that sort of stuff.
Okay. You currently actually don't see him.
At all?
No.
Damn.
Okay.
Like, looking around, looking in the direction that he had gone, looking, like... You're not that far away, but honestly, somehow in the last, like, 2-3 minutes, he's disappeared.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if that's the case, then I'll just walk around for the amount of time that he wanted us to walk around for, and then come back and hope he's here.
Alright, so all three of you, give me a stealth check. You are on your own for these, so this is not a
Okay.
group check.
I think I'll stay around the same. I'll stay in the same area, like here, still hiding.
Okay.
Right. Yep. Wrong one, sorry.
Yeah, with relatively little issue, honestly. You managed to kind of wander around the area and eventually meet back here. Give me another perception check just to double check that your tail is gone.
Sure thing. Much worse.
The other
Okay.
two, and Ilan can also roll if you so wish.
Okay. Can I take a look around if anyone is watching?
Veyrun, you do see that the older woman, you actually spot her. She's basically like kind of concealed herself ever so slightly on the other side of a bush and is currently feeding or pretending to feed like some pigeons. And you could see that she's actually looking through the bush at all of you.
I'll kind of like point or yeah. So I say, okay, in that direction. Is that woman? Is that who you saw?
I mean, if you pointed her out, can I see her?
Oh yeah.
I won't
Like
point. I'll just say the direction.
Well, yeah.
as soon as he kind of indicates, you move your cowl ever so slightly back, and you definitely see her kind of like behind the bush.
Yep, that would be her.
Shit, I don't know who she is. What do I do? I'm not used to this espionage kind of thing. I'm put it in front of me and I hit it kind of thing, yeah.
I mean, given her multiple options, for one, we could take her out.
That would be suspicious. They would
Exactly.
know. I think the best is just to keep her from finding out more information. Knock her out.
Yeah, I
Don't
agree.
take her. Don't kill her. Yeah?
I mean, hell, if anything, if the three of you want to talk, I can try to go around and see if she doesn't, say anything to anyone.
Mm.
Keep an eye on her while she's keeping an eye on you.
Alright. Let's talk about how blue and beautiful the sky is. Oh wow, it's so beautiful. And blue.
I think
As you
Morris
walk
is gonna,
away.
yeah, I walk away. I try to like go the long way around practically and just hide myself again and
Good favorite,
make sure.
like some small talk.
Mm-hmm. Give me a stealth check, Varus. And for
Sure
the
thing.
two of you there, I would like a performance check.
Oh boy, stealth check. Should I wait for their performance at all or no?
Actually, yeah, wait for their performance check.
Okay.
Artemis?
And
Ooh. You have advantage on your stealth check.
hell yes. So I can't unfortunately roll it with shift, so I just have to roll
It should be
twice.
alt.
One,
You
two.
can roll it with alt.
Well. Do it.
It's fine.
It is a 31.
Jesus. Yeah. You managed to get like right up behind her. She has no idea you're there.
Yeah. And I think I truly will just chill here while they're talking, having any kind of conversation. Just
Okay.
keeping an eye on her.
One thing you notice that she seems to be holding something in her hand. Give me an Arcana check.
Oh god. 7.
Okay. Well, you don't know what it is. You do actually hear the contents of the conversation that they're having.
What?
You seem to be able to hear that Veyroon is currently making small talk about the weather. And she is currently kind of scanning the area around like she knows you might be possibly coming for her. However, she does not spot or realize that you are basically like 5 feet away from her in the bush.
So she's holding something that can hear conversations at a distance, practically.
Yes.
Where is that located?
It's just in her hand. It's like she's holding what appears to be like, it looks like a sending stone, honestly.
Okay.
Obviously, it functions differently because you know that no one else is currently holding a sending stone.
Yeah. Or at least none that we know of.
I mean, you can look at the hands of your companions and none of them are holding one. And Ilan isn't either. He has his arms out and he has his like arms crossed in front of him.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it'd be great if I had any sort of dispel magic or anything like that, but I don't.
Whoa. Sky. Blue. So
I've
wonderfully blue.
Yeah, I think Varen will just talk about Liana and Ardalon and how nice it is.
Oh, beautiful
Some
cities.
tourist destinations.
Always wanted to visit.
Yes, you should check out the river. You can go on one of the little boats.
I love rivers. Yes. Love rivers so much.
Yes, very romantic.
Wonderful.
And I try to. I think I'm going to try to throw something from behind her to like the right, and if they look that way, take the stone thing and just start running.
Ooh. Okay. Give me a sleight of hand check for the throw and the grab.
Before this goes on any further, I do want to post this as it's a perfect. It captures perfectly the boys in Kirkwall right now, with the shenanigans that are more than likely about to happen. I'm not proud to admit how long it took me to make this.
Oh boy. I love it.
Oh
Good
god. I love how you truly
You captured the essence.
true. Sleight of hand. All right, here we go.
Okay. Yeah, honestly, the throw is pretty solid, and immediately, especially since she's been kind of like looking and feeling and paying attention to her surroundings to try and like understand and see, you see her head like twist immediately towards the sound that's made, and you grab it out of her hand. Literally zero issue. She actually doesn't notice you grabbed it from her hand.
Oh shit! Yeah, I mean, if that's the case, I'm just gonna straight up stick it in the bag of holding and walk away.
Yeah. And like a quarter of a second later, you hear, "What the fuck? Wait, what? Oh shit." You see her kind of like pat herself off, put a bunch of bread, and takes out a walking cane from underneath her dress and just kind of like unfolds it and begins just slowly walking away, or at the very least pretending.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah.
even from this distance, you could hear vaguely underneath her breath, shit, 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 shit.
And she is completely walking away, correct?
From what you can tell, yeah. She is
Cool.
like
Yeah, I think
walking
I will.
away towards a general direction that's like, it seems to be away, not directly away from the party, but kind of like perpendicular.
Yeah, I mean, I will 100% then go to my companions and just kind of be like, well, she's gone for now. Doesn't
what
seem
did you
too
do?
thrilled that I stole her stone, but or
I'm sorry, you
something.
stole her something from her?
Yeah, like a sending stone kind of thing. I don't know.
Oh.
All I know is that it was able to pick up a conversation from a from a little distance away.
I wonder who she was talking to.
She wasn't talking to anyone, she was listening to us.
Oh.
Oh, I think I'm familiar with the magic item. It is, it creates a listening device at a distance that's specified. Invisible, difficult to track, but very useful for listening or eavesdropping on conversations.
Well, with that, should we maybe, I don't know, get up and go somewhere else before she or a replacement come by to
Yes.
continue the mission?
Yes.
I think we should distance ourselves again.
I know a more private
Yes.
place. Come.
We'll stay a bit behind, or at least like back to not make it so obvious, I suppose.
Don't worry, there's a back path. It's it's not very often traveled. Over here. And kind of gestures towards the back of the actual garden itself. And kind of like pushing past some of the bushes and hedges, he kind of shows you and leads you down a variety of like, almost like, it feels like a hedge maze. Until he gets to the actual wall of Kirkwall. He kind of goes up against the side of the white wall. Okay, in here. He pushes what seems to be like a button or a stone off to the side, and you can see a small latch kind of open up. Quickly, inside.
Sure. Yeah, I'll go inside, absolutely.
Sorry. All of you kind of hop in, and he jumps in after you, and you can see him shut the hatch behind you, before kind of like taking off his hood. Taking off his hood, takes off his kind of like actual cloak, and looks at all of you. I'm going to be honest, you're here a lot sooner than I thought. But welcome to Kirkwall. It's not the friendliest of places for people that are not full human.
So we can tell.
I had no idea.
Yes, it's good to see all of you. I believe we met at the ball, yes? For those of you... Yeah? I think so.
Yeah.
Yes.
More.
You don't have the rest of your companions? They're not dead, are they?
No.
No,
Nothing
no.
like that.
Okay, good.
One thought better to come here with us than the other two. Doing just some additional activities before fully committing here.
Fair enough. Your Grey Warden friend, are they still safe?
Yes.
Hopefully.
You are unsure.
Well, we just parted from her, so. But currently, yes.
Well, if she's not in this area, she's probably safer. But for now, there's a lot of hustle and bustle in the city. Did you see the amount of crowned expanse that have come here?
Yes, we've run into some. Who are the Crowned Expanse?
They are an organization of mercenaries that are composed mainly of clerics and paladins. Insane, isn't it? Clerics and paladins selling themselves out for money to deliver justice, smites, and everything in between to whoever it is that will pay them enough. I think it's insane. I think that they are not fighting for the right cause. I think that they are not doing the right thing. But
I'm sure.
who am I to tell them what to do? Everybody's got to live anyways, and perhaps the pious life is not the most well-paying. But that is not the point. They have been hired by House Flowers, one currently to gather within the city, so that they could potentially launch an attack towards Fort Grey. I don't know if they have already sent out a force there or not. There is a chance that they already have. But for now, all I know is that the entirety of the Midlands is not very safe for people like your friend. Look, I don't know what James has against the Grey Wardens. I don't have anything against them. I think they are wonderful, that they are doing everything in their power to fight against, well, the shithole that we live in. They don't get enough credit. But they're also kind of shit people, the few that I have met. But that doesn't mean they deserve to die. I don't know why James is on this crusade. I didn't even find out about it. My wife told me. Right. So, I don't know. But welcome to Kirkwall. I wish I could treat you with the proper respect that you deserve as honored guests who saved Lord Van Bloom's life. However, our time is a little bit tense. It's a little bit shit. I wish I could tell you more. I wish I could show you more. But right now, the Greys are in danger. And what I have found out is that we have a dungeon. One that I was not aware of. I don't know if it's the Kirkwall dungeon or if it's one that was designed specifically by House Flowers. But they have multiple Grey Wardens down there.
Multiple. I heard one was in there, but
I only know
multiple?
of one. A very tall, muscular man, tanned, missing one arm.
Ah, yes.
That's the...
Coincidentally, that's
That's the only
that
one we
we
know.
Oh, yes, then you are aware of Kel. I've actually worked with him before. Very wonderful man. Kind of a little insane in the head. He hears voices and stuff. He talks to himself a lot. But
That's pretty normal.
is it? Am I the weird one? Am I the weird
feel
one
like
for not
that's-
having voices in my head?
No, for our group it is unfortunately normal.
Yeah, I don't see an issue with that.
Yeah, Pauline talks to me all the time.
I'm sure she does.
I see. Maybe I'm the weird one. Look, I'm not a magically inclined person.
You're not. No, I don't have voices in my head.
Okay, good. But he is currently trapped in this dungeon. I don't know what they intend to do with him. I don't know whether they're going to just take him and execute him, or if it's going to be something else entirely. But I fear for his life. And I fear that he may not be long for this world, and neither are the, 2, 3, 4 other Grey Wardens that are within our dungeons. I don't know what to do. I want to break them out, but the instant I do, I am going to be on the chopping block just as much as they are. Broken out, one of them might break out, sure, get out, and the instant they find that it was me, I'm dead. My wife will protect me, and I will most likely be only thrown in prison for the rest of my life. However, that is not a life that I wish to wish upon my worst enemy. Because I think dying would actually be better.
Well, lucky for you, you probably won't have to worry about you doing that. Seems like
Look, if you're going to go ahead with it, and look, if you're going to go ahead with it, I will do everything in my power to help. I can't stand to see them suffer like this. Kel is a good friend. If not for him, then at the very least, I don't know, for your friend Lyra. I'm sure she cares about the Grey Wardens.
I'm not too sure about that, if I'm going to be completely honest, because I told her they were going to be attacked, and she was like, nah, they'll be fine.
She doesn't understand.
well, that might just be more ignorance than apathy, but
She is very, very confident in their abilities.
But do you know of any way into that dungeon, or is it like a one way in, like in the middle of the mansion or something like that?
Well, speaking of, we're actually here. As you now properly glance around the room of which you guys find yourselves in, it appears to be like a small, almost like service tunnel that seems to be directly underneath the actual wall itself, and you can see that it begins to stretch in either direction, one far to the north and one far to the south, kind of following along with the curvature of the actual walls itself. Those of you who are a little bit more keen-eyed actually spot a stone kind of medallion hanging off of the wall. And honestly, it's a symbol you've seen before. Specifically, you, Varus. Give me a perception or history check. Actually, give me a history check.
Get up in perception. That's not too. That's good.
That's pretty good. And you do remember exactly where you've seen it. You last saw this symbol in Filden.
I knew it.
Specifically,
The weird bat thing.
this one.
Yep. I mean, yeah, I think if he sees that, he'll just kind of look at that and just go, I've seen this before.
You have. I'm going
Yes,
to be
and
honest,
Filden.
I don't know what it is. Filden? Wait, Filden?
Filden.
That doesn't
Yes.
make any sense. What does Kirkwall have to do with Filden?
I don't know. All I know is that weird shit happens in Filden, and no one seems to remember it. But,
I don't remember anything happening in Filden.
of course you don't.
I think that's actually
No.
a perfect example. Weird shit of happening in Pilden and you not remembering it.
Really?
Well, maybe we can figure it out from there. So this little tunnel here, this goes to the dungeon where they're being held.
It doesn't go directly to the dungeon, but it is a tunnel that I had found, honestly by accident, that is specifically related to Kirkwall. It'll take you underneath the floors, underneath the actual walls. So it gives you a little bit more space to breathe, a little bit more room to get through. There is one way that gets out of Kirkwall, far to the south end of this tunnel. However, there seems to be another way in, deeper as well, but I have not explored it, so I don't know. It was too dangerous, and I had been already gone too long. Look.
See.
The flowers on the surface, they are fine people, just a little snobby. Fuck me, there's some twisted minds behind it, and I'm pretty sure most of it is James.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I don't know how this happened, I don't know why it did, but maybe we can fix this. The Grey Wardens, they're important to the balance of our lands. And if they're gone, all of a sudden the monster population will definitely resurge. At that point, well, maybe that's exactly what they want. The Crowned Expanse. Perhaps they want more jobs for monster slaying. People are willing to fork up more coins if people are getting killed. Oh, that's fucked up. I don't like that. Maybe it's something else entirely, but they are accepting the money from House Flowers to go and kill all the Greys.
That is messed up. What god do they follow?
Each and
God would allow
every.
this. What?
There is the followers of essentially every god within them, the organization. But from what I am aware of, the majority of them follow the spiritual pantheon, not the scenery. There is a lot of northerners in there.
Huh.
It's a shame, isn't it?
It is.
I can't stay long. But if you follow this tunnel to the north, there should be another entranceway that will allow you to go deeper into underneath Kirkwall, specifically the castle. I don't know if it leads to the actual dungeons themselves, but there's a pretty high likelihood. At the very least, you have somewhere to start, yeah?
Yeah.
Do you know if anyone uses this specific tunnel at all?
No. This place was covered in dust. I'm going to be honest, it doesn't look like it's been used, except for by me, in, God's 20, 30 years.
See, maybe we should look around and
I
some
mean,
discoveries.
20, 30 years aligns with when the Emperor was still around. Maybe that was when it was last used. Maybe the knowledge of this tunnel has just been forgotten, or something else has caused it to be forgotten. I don't know.
Well, if it truly is forgotten, it might be useful once we get them all out to retreat here and, well, come out here and try and leave.
I don't expect it to be quiet, so I will do my best to distract them. You will just have to let me know when you are doing it. Your friend has that mind thing, right? That mind message?
Yes. I'll give you a sending.
Okay, good.
And I think we may, honestly, I'd have to see with Darcy, but it's possible that if we can get everyone back to even just, not even this exact area, but just a hidden part of this tunnel, if, we're being accosted by more guards or whatever, he might be able to just draw us a teleportation circle out, and we can just teleport anywhere but here, basically.
That would be
We
good.
did mention something about teleporting.
Well, yes,
Useful.
I'm pretty sure he said that he had, or was going to be obtaining a spell such as that, so might be an easy way out. If not, we'll have to find a way out from within here, boys, and
Well,
that's
from
going to
within
be
here there is a
pleasant.
path out. All the way to the south, along the walls, there is another path that allows you to exit. The portion of the tunnel is collapsed, but I am 100% confident it leads out of the actual underneath Kirkwall because, well, it's essentially a straight tunnel that is leading out of the city. You'll have to probably dig some of it out, but you should be fine.
I see. We do have some time.
Yes. So be careful. I have to go. I'm not supposed to be gone this long.
Thank you. I'm glad you have an ally such as you.
Yes, if anything, we can also stay here and stay low, out.
Away
from,
shit I'm
you know.
doing. It's not exactly like I'm just informing you. I wish I could take proper action, like a smack ahead. But marrying my beautiful wife. God, she pulled me into a world of politics that I did not want to participate in. I drink. I smash heads. That's what I'm good at. But fuck me. My brother's... He's some sort of wicked. Okay, I'm supposed to be on. If I'm gone for any longer, I'm sure the gods wouldn't notice. So, they're already very untrusting of me. Well, I wonder why.
Well, I think we can handle it from here. You've been a good help.
Good luck.
Yes. Thank you.
Do your best.
We'll
I want you
try
to
and keep
succeed.
you updated as things go.
Yes, please. Just, if you're going to send me a message, try not to make it too long, because it's hard to pay attention to two different things at once. If I'm in the middle of a conversation in person and you start speaking in my head, I could start losing it. And I'd rather not doing that.
Well, we could probably keep it to a simple "we're out" or something similar to at least just let you know that
Yes.
we made it.
Because
If not, well, I'm sure you'll hear about it.
Yes.
Okay, next time I'll skip with the pleasantries.
Last time, I was thankfully in the middle of a conversation with my wife. But next time it might not be so lucky. Okay. I'm going to go. Good luck. Please, if you need any help, let me know, and I will see what I can do. He nods before climbing back out of the hatch, closing it behind him, and kind of like just disappearing off.
After like a moment of silence, as like the three of us kind of sat there, I do just say, I don't mean to project my own wants onto this, but if we're doing a jailbreak, all I'm saying is that some explosives might be pretty useful.
Where
I have
are you planning on getting them?
I have a ball that would be more useful in this situation.
Really?
Yeah. I have a
And what is
spell that bends stone to my will.
Oh, no, that could be useful.
As long as part of the
So-
jail cell is stone, could use that.
So do we just want to wait here then, or should we go elsewhere while we wait for the others?
We should explore this tunnel and
I feel like this is probably the safest place we can be.
yeah. Jake, how big is the tunnel? Is it like a 10 by 10? Is it like a small, like
It's
5
honestly
by 10?
surprisingly wide and tall. Like, it is large enough that you could probably fit a cart with horse relatively comfortably.
Oh, so we could like camp here.
Oh, 100%.
Okay.
It would be like 2 horses and a cart. It wouldn't be a very high cart. It'd be one of like those flat top carts without the actual like top. So not like an Oregon Trail cart, but more like a traditional kind of wooden cart. That would definitely fit in here. And honestly, you do see like small cart trails on the ground in the stone, but they're old. They're really old.
Gentlemen, I think I just had a plan.
Oh,
Does it involve your lizard?
Does it involve what?
Your lizard?
Well, it certainly can, but I was going to say if there are a handful of graves down there, we could just get Darcy to get a cart and like a cart and a horse or whatever and bring it up here. And then, whenever we abscond out of there, we just simply go as fast as we can back here, or even just out of the city itself through this tunnel. Assuming that Darcy it doesn't have the ability to just, portal us out of here.
Do you want to bring a horse and cart here? Like our location right now?
Well, not right now.
No, but like in this location where we are standing.
Well, to be fair, didn't Darcy once make a cart out of nothing?
I doubt he can do that anymore.
that was like a small hand cart. It's not.
No,
Big enough.
that was I'm pretty sure that was a full-sized cart.
It was a
Was
pretty
able
small
to carry
cart.
a dragon skull?
It was only
it
large
was
enough
big
to
enough.
carry the skull. It's basically like an upsized wheelbarrow.
I mean, this isn't about comfort. I'm sure that we could just get a bunch of wheelbarrows and tie them to my wizard and, run through this tunnel, and they would be a-okay with that if it means getting out of their imprisonment faster.
Right, but not all of us could fit. We don't bring enough cart. And I don't think any of us has the tools or ability to make one from here.
Oh, I mean, regardless, it's an idea. Again, this is assuming that Darcy doesn't have some way to just get us out.
I mean, maybe we should ask. Maybe when we rendezvous, make up a plan.
You're the one with the sending spell, unfortunately.
Yes. think I'll give him an update soon.
All right. So, what's your plan now?
How about we secure the southern part, the exit?
Might as well.
Nothing else to do.
I see. All right. But yeah, you guys kind of wander down towards the actual entrance of the tunnel. And eventually, after maybe like a full hour and a half of walking, you find
Yes.
what he was talking about. There does seem to be an exit to your left wall as you guys are heading south to what appears to be like a semi-collapsed tunnel. It's not fully collapsed. You can see that there is a lot of originally like timber structure of like wooden beams and such that seem to have been keeping the entire place up, and the entire tunnel itself is large enough for the horse and carts, or the horses and cart. But unfortunately, in their current state, they're kind of impassable. It's like you can see glimpses of another side on the other, but it's like at the very least, this entrance portion of the tunnel is collapsed in.
Okay. Was that the only way? Was it just like a branch off? Or
You
is
guys didn't see any. Well, it continues circularly. Like it still continues underneath the wall, as far as you're aware. The normal
It's
path,
circular?
but this is like this area is kind of like a branching off out to the side. Here, let me draw it out for you.
Okay.
Just to make it a little bit more clear, so you're kind of aware where you're going and what's going on. Right, so I'm sorry I'm deleting some of these. Kirkwall is, let's see, where's the free draw tool? So Kirkwall is like this massive circular shape, right? They have a large crater in the center, and this large circular is just kind of like the wall. You guys entered it around here. After about an hour and a half of walking, you can see that like this path underneath the wall continues, but there is a separate path that goes this way.
Okay. That's
And
like our proximate.
From what was told, that there was another path that goes like this.
But we can just keep walking through the circle? That's what you're saying?
As far as you're aware, yeah. You can, like right now you guys are here, and if you wanted to, you could keep going this way.
Do we know where the castle is relative to
The castle
where we are
is
currently?
up here. Up at the very top.
At that little north part? Okay.
Like around here. Yeah, like
Did we
around this
see
area.
any other secret entrances like the one we entered?
You guys weren't looking for any, so no.
Like, were they obvious? Or was it just
You
hard
didn't
to
see anything obvious.
Okay.
Actually, Varus, what's your passive investigation?
Passive investigation 25.
Oh,
What?
shit, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then it adds to investigation too.
You would have had you would have actually seen two hidden compartments. One is a compartment, like an actual small compartment, while the other one seemed to have been like just it's a blended in area with the side of the wall. And Varus, initially you were like, this doesn't look natural. As you touched it, it was an actual illusion that your hand goes through. The first compartment that you actually pull open, inside you see a variety of what appears to be like spare equipment. You see 2 short swords, just normal ones.
Okay.
You see 4 sets of studded leather armor.
Interesting.
2 sets of normal civilian clothes. 3 disguise kits.
That's good.
4 sets of poison. 16 throwing darts. 2 daggers. Sorry, what was? Pretty sure there was something else. Oh, you also find 1 emblem, which carries the same bat-like thing.
Ooh, I will take that.
Interesting.
I will definitely take that.
Additionally, within it, you also find a scroll of... Oh, I feel like I'm stupid for giving you this, but good luck. Teleportation.
Teleportation. The
You're
seventh
doing
level
that.
spell?
You're giving us that again, Jake.
It's a scroll.
no.
It's not a helmet. It is a scroll.
Still, I only took one.
Wait, would you even know what the spell is? Or any of us would just like listen to the scroll of
Oh,
what
I
the
don't
heck
know.
this
I
is.
There
think
is a
the one
note
here was-
attached to the scroll that says,
Okay.
unless you have some fucking arcane knowledge, don't touch the scroll. And emergency use only. This is very expensive.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because warlocks don't have teleportation, so I like to imagine it's just the three of us staring at it like, yes.
The note is written in common. The scroll itself, completely undecipherable arcane language.
Yep. It's like,
Use it. Bard, sorcerer, wizard. Let's see.
Yeah, so good luck.
Which is none of us.
Technically, you are arcane casters. Well, not you, Varun, but, you know. Artemis is an arcane caster. Oh, no, he's got both.
Who, me?
Oh, actually, no, yours is entirely divine. Because your hexblade is a god's.
And I'm nature-based now.
Yeah, and Darcy's is also a god's. So you have no, technically, arcane casters.
I think mine's closer to arcane than that, though.
Yours
I
is
don't know.
closer, however, your source is divine. So your magic type actually counts as divine.
Oh, good to know. So we literally do not have a single arcane cast.
No, you don't. But you do
Yeah,
know
it's more
one.
that our magic.
No
is,
wonder. No wonder we've been so fucked on everything.
Hey, Emily, your new character is a divine caster, or an arcane caster, right?
Put me in,
Don't need
coach.
We don't need another divine caster.
as we're like sitting here staring at the scroll, Artemis is gonna be like, all right, I'm placing gold that this is
No, it says scroll of teleportation on the on the
okay.
note.
I look at like, do you know how to use this?
I don't, but I would totally be fine with trying.
Absolutely not.
What could go wrong?
Everything.
Heard of bad stuff about teleportation. There's so many stories.
Well, let's hold on to it for now. Is this? Why is there just a bunch of weapons and armor and clothes, and is that poison?
Yes, it is.
Oh.
Huh. What do we know? What kind of poison? Does it have a conveniently placed note on that?
There is no
Large?
conveniently placed note. However, it is green, and it looks like vials of poison.
It's most likely just regular poison.
Yeah, I haven't seen a green health potion. I mean, I've seen green other potions, but it does not seem good.
Well, I don't know what we're supposed to do with this, but now it's there, I guess.
Yeah, I don't want to hold on to it. I don't want to get caught with poison.
I mean, what are they gonna do if we have poison?
If we get caught regardless, we're done.
Well, I think we could still get like a, slap on the wrist, be imprisoned for a long, long
You-
time instead of being executed.
Very, very naive.
Yeah, they already have proven like that. A lot of these people don't like us. I feel like they would jump at the opportunity, regardless of what brings that opportunity, to have us hanged. But the disguise kits could be relatively convenient.
Any of you know how to use disguise kit?
Well, I would imagine our master of stealth here does.
Yes.
See?
Huh.
Never needed to use one because my own skills have been useful enough to get by, and I know how to use them.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying that we have to use it, but if anything, at best, we have an additional backup plan if we have to escape through the city itself. And at worst, we just have 3 disguise kits that, I don't know, we can hold on to. Or
I could use
at a
them, make
later
us look.
point.
We could just keep them
Let's be
here
good.
for now.
I
Well,
think
yeah,
I'll
it's
grab
fine.
one just in case.
For
These
what
things take up room.
purpose?
Well, what if we have to go back outside the city?
No one
I
else
want to.
knows of this little hideout here.
Yeah, I just want to make. I just don't want to see. I want to disguise myself a little bit. I'm
For
sure it'll
what? The
work.
last time you tried, you were a clown.
Yeah, you'll stick
No,
out
well,
more.
I
Well,
have the master of
why
stealth
are we
here.
assuming? Why are we assuming that we need to leave anyways? This place seems like we could easily, like, we just need to
Exactly what I was thinking.
like explore the rest of it. We can stay here for until Darcy and Lyra get here, and if anything, at the worst, we could just send Varus out to recover them and lead them here. Since out of the 3 of us, he can easily make it through the city undetected.
I guess.
There's no reason for us to leave here outside of like maybe about getting food. But again, I motioned to Varus.
You know, we came here to whole new city. It just sucks that we're stuck in this tunnel, in this dark tunnel.
Yeah, so it also sucks that the entire city would easily discriminate against us just for simply who we are. So I'm content with staying here until we, you know, get the rest of our group and find these prisoners.
Fine. How about I work on trying to clear that rubble? Oh wait, no, this is before it. Okay.
But yeah,
And then later on, we walk and I find an illusionary wall.
you find an illusionary wall, and you actually find that the illusionary wall kind of like it goes upwards, and it's both ways. It's not just like here that's illusionary. You actually had to step into an illusion, and as you kind of like step upwards, eventually it leads to a hatch which you open, which you can open actually, but it's up to you. It actually leads to the other side of the wall, like the outside of the walls, as far as you're aware.
Where'd ours go?
Yeah, I mean, I think he'd like to just take a peek at what is beyond the hatch.
As you try and lift the hatch up, there is like a lock, or what is supposed to be a locking mechanism on your side. However, there's no actual lock on it. Or actually, no, sorry, there would be a lock. There is a lock on there, and you very easily just like pull it open because it's rusted and kind of broken. And honestly, it takes 0 effort to just like pull it off of the thing, off of the actual hinge. And then as you try and push up against the top of the thing, it doesn't move.
Okay. Do I hear anything above me?
Give me a perception check. No, nothing out of the
No.
ordinary. Kind of pressing your ear up against the side of the thing. Honestly, it just sounds like muffled sounds of nature. You hear like a cicada on the other side, maybe, but it's like super muffled.
Can I try to push against this?
Give me an athletics check.
Sure thing, Chief.
Ooh, okay.
Wow.
God
I've
damn.
got expertise in athletics.
All right.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I
even
fell off a wall once.
even with your small frame and kind of like low strength, you manage to kind of anchor yourself in a way against the ground, and you push up with your entire body weight, and you hear the struggle before like it does lift, and it lifts maybe like a solid 6-7 inches. You get a slight bit of night sky before a lot of dirt starts flying into your eyes, and you're like, ow, 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 before the entire thing kind of falls down, collapses on top of you. It doesn't like actually collapse, but the door falls shut once more.
Good to know.
It seems that there is a
It's just
large and thick layer of like dirt, mud, or something above
Yeah.
this door that is preventing it from being like properly opened.
No, Artemis, did you hear that? Varus disappeared. I just heard that. Oh, crash.
Yeah, Varus, you're coughing a little bit now.
I just looked to Varen. What are you on about?
You don't hear it?
No, I hear him coughing.
Yeah, where'd you go?
I'll just come out of the fucking illusionary wall.
Oh, shit.
You watched him go in there.
Oh, I just assumed we didn't see him because he's so sneaky.
I don't think he's trying to sneak at this moment.
I wasn't
Yeah,
trying
but
to.
like, he's just a sneaky guy. We take our eyes off of him and then he's just somewhere else.
He just disappears. Real. Actually, rogue. Big rogue.
It's like his presence is just weaker.
Well,
That's just how he lives.
there's a potential out, though. It seemed like there was a little bit of dirt rolling through there.
Oh, there he is.
Varen, you said you have a spell that lets you control and meld stone. Do you perhaps, by chance, have something that lets you, I don't know, control or shape or meld dirt?
I do not. I do have a spell that could look to the other side of
Oh, no, hold on.
that trapdoor.
Well, let's slow it down. You're telling me that the god, or whoever made magic, they made a spell to control stone, yes?
Yes, yes.
And they forgot to make something that controls, say, dirt?
yes.
What the actual fuck?
I mean, they're kind of two different things if you think about it. Stone
Yeah.
is mountains and earth is of the ground and the of nature.
I don't know. It seems like a logical progression to go from dirt to stone, but what do I know?
No, in my mind, you can't grow crops on stone. You don't build houses out of stone or dirt. They're just two different things.
Yeah, but it would be
was
really
going to
useful right
say-
about now, wouldn't it?
I was going to say you can absolutely build houses out of stone.
No, I meant dirt.
Well. Oh, now what?
Well,
I could use a spell to peek on the other side just to see if it's even worth taking up that dirt or somehow pushing through. I mean, for all we can know, that just brings us to nowhere good.
you'd like to.
Oh yeah, but I have to prepare tomorrow, so
Why did you even ask?
I was saying I could do it tomorrow.
Sure.
Okay. But eventually you guys find the actual entrance to this long, narrow, kind of collapsed in tunnel. Sorry, it's not narrow. It's actually quite wide. But yeah, you find yourselves at the head of it. Did you want to spend the rest of your downtime clearing out this tunnel and making sure that it's safe?
How big is I have a spell of stone shape, so
The issue is that it's not stone in this tunnel. It is mostly dirt, earth, clay, and wood.
Would you look at
Oh,
that? It's
I thought it
not
was stone.
dirt. It's not stone.
Damn.
Like, you aren't that deep in the ground where you're surrounded by stone. You are still mainly surrounded by clay, earth, and the like.
Yeah, I suppose bars at the very least will start digging shit out.
All right. And honestly, Varus, very quickly, you actually uncover what appears to be a hand. Like a person's hand.
Hmm.
It's... The skin is taut against the actual hand itself, and as soon as you move this like large or like portion of this pillar that was holding it, you're like, what the fuck? And it starts moving. It kind of starts
God.
twisting, and you see it like try and grip at the earth and the ground around it, but it's stuck underneath the pillar which it currently is resting upon it.
Wonderful. There's a person here.
Oh,
You hear
Like a dead person?
Is that a
Or maybe an
person?
undead.
I was about to say, is it a person, or is it a dead person, or
Well,
is it
you'd
like
be the
a...
one to tell me, wouldn't you, Mr.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, I
Paladin?
could. Holy crap! Everyone, step back! I cracked my knuckles.
Fucking how am I supposed to know? You're the religious one.
Hold on. Is that his hand there? I'm gonna look at it and I'm going to use divine sense.
Oh
Jesus.
yeah, it's a 60-foot radius, right? Or is it like a?
Yeah.
Let me. It's either 60 or 30.
I
I
think
can
it's
never
30.
remember. It might be 30 because I feel like that sounds about right.
You get
60 feet actually, within 60 feet.
you get 16 different pings of undead.
Oh Jesus.
And as soon as you kind of open your senses, all of you watch as Artemis like immediately starts gagging.
Uh-oh.
Well, I guess technically now we can't absolutely leave them alone, huh? Because you're sworn to kill them.
Well, it's not like they're going anywhere. We could always. Was there a door the way we came?
No, there's no door.
It's just a
Oh.
straight tunnel.
Yeah.
How far
Okay.
away? Oh, can't Veyron do some,
Yeah,
generic bullshit?
I can get rid of them as long as they're a certain type of undead.
Well, you might as well try now while they're.
Well, don't you think we should at least uncover one of them to see what they might actually be first? All we see is a hand.
Okay. I'll cover their face.
I'm 100% standing next to him with a dagger, just in
Mhm.
case.
And what are you doing, Varen?
I'll just try and cover their face.
Uncover the
Based
face.
off where their hand is.
Okay.
Yeah, based off where the hand is, I'll just guess where their face is.
Give me a survival check with intelligence.
That's right.
Let me just roll Arcana then. It's basically the same. So I don't have proficiency.
It takes you a little while, but you uncover like the side of their face, and honestly, it's a bloody mess. As you uncover the actual head itself, I'm guessing you're not stupid enough to be doing it with your hands.
No, I'm using my shield.
Okay, you take
But I
like the
don't
edge of
have
the
any
shield,
gold.
and you accidentally ram the shield into something soft. And you're like, oh shit! But you pull the rest of the dirt and kind of like stone out from around, and you've caved in like the side of their jaw. But it's definitely an undead. And as you're
that was unnecessary.
as you're kind of looking at it, the jaw reforms and the bones snap back into place. But the flesh that is surrounding the outside of it doesn't look like a normal human jaw. Instead, it seems to split down the center of the jaw itself and just kind of like opens outwards. And as soon as the actual head is revealed, you hear a very terrifying sound, of which I'm going to have to play. Give me a second. I need to find it.
You said its mouth like splits down.
Oh, not that one. That's the wrong one. Sorry. Yeah, it splits down the center. If you've played Dying Light, you know exactly what it looks like.
Charming.
Oh,
Yes, I
fun
have.
times.
Let's see. Where is it? Boom. There you go. It looks like that.
What a nice guy.
Okay.
I had a sound for this. I don't even know where it is.
I'll never find a CR1 undead, will I?
You might. I'm just trying to find the fucking sound effects. I don't remember where I put it. Oh, no. Is it in here? No, it's not. Oh, no, it's in here. Sorry, I've reorganized my entire thing, and it's... Oh, here it is. A scream that kind of echoes down the entirety of the actual tunnel itself, and you could see movement and kind of like shifting from deeper within the tunnel as well.
Oh shit.
This music's a little bit too joyous. As all of you are like just kind of standing there for a brief moment, you're like, that's probably not good.
Yeah, I think while I'm standing there, I'm just looking at Baby. I'm just like, are you gonna blast it with like radiant energy or something, or am I just gonna stab? You're just kind of staring at it.
Yeah, because that's to kill it.
All right. Yeah, I'm not gonna make you roll for it. It like eventually through enough smashing of its head, eventually it goes quiet and limp. It does unfortunately seem to take a bit though. It seems quite tough.
Okay. I mean, I do radiant damage if that helps.
Oh, the radiant damage causes its regeneration to stop, and it does die very quickly, actually. But you hear and see shifting deeper down into the collapsed tunnel.
I think I'll get behind the both of them and just kind of like take out arrows and just get rid.
Yeah. And as you kind of wait and wait, honestly, there is no movement. Or, well, there is movement, but there's no, like, actual... Nothing comes out of the woodworks. It seems that a lot of these things are trapped underneath and unable to get out.
Can we just quietly back away and maybe wait for the other two and explore the north part instead?
I mean, I suppose we can, but the odds of these things, wriggling free in the however long we're gone, don't you think it might be a little bit high? So they can't move now, but I have a feeling eventually they're going to.
Maybe we should just watch them for a bit and see if they do.
We're not going to. Okay, sure.
I mean, to be fair, if they're stuck behind things, does your you have a turn undead ability, don't you?
Yeah, but that won't really help unless they're able to move around.
What do you mean? It doesn't go through walls?
No, they need to. As far as I know, they just makes them run away. So
Couldn't we just do what you just did and uncover parts of him? Just slowly but surely uncover parts of these things and kill them as we get to them?
well, but what if we uncover too much and a bunch of them pop out at once?
I mean, I suppose that could happen, but surely the easiest and just straightforward solution here would just be to go through one by one,
Surely.
Stabbing.
Surely the paladin and the cleric that I'm traveling with can handle some undead.
Oh, I know. I could use my spirit guardians.
Oh, hold on.
And just step over them, and I'm
wait
sure.
A minute, actually, hold on. Just walk through there.
Yeah.
Just like, I don't know, how long does it last?
A solid 10 minutes.
Yeah, just go for a brisk jog back and forth.
Maybe if I kind of like crawl through, I could maybe reach all of them. I'm not sure where they are exactly, but I assume they're just somewhere in this nest.
You have 10 minutes of it, you might as well just go microwave them, It's not like we have anything better to do. Just microwave them, and if movement stops, we know it worked.
Okay, yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay.
Floor is yours. I kind of motion forward.
I step back.
How big is this pile?
The pile that's in front of you, it's very difficult to actually... Ooh.
Oh, jeez.
Don't worry about that. Sorry. As you're trying to get through it, I mean, like, it's honestly very difficult for you to get through it. Mainly for the fact that the tunnel is, like, completely blocked, and you can only, like, there's places where you could maybe fit, like, an arm in, but not really, like, a full body.
Oh, so we'd have to clear more before I wanna. Does Spirit Guardians even go through walls? And dirt?
Mm. That's a good question for you to know,
I mean,
not for
it
me.
doesn't say it doesn't go through walls.
Okay, okay.
You know, I'll try it. Can I cheese it? Can I Spirit Guardians while they're buried and restrained? And just kill them?
Fortnite dancing on the pile.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me a second. Yeah, honestly, it just surrounds you, right? I'm pretty sure, right? Around you to a distance of 15 feet for the duration. Yeah. So as they kind of surround you, you can hear and feel this burning that seems to be occurring from underneath. And you see some of the actual piles just kind of like collapse ever so slightly, almost as if something was being burnt to ash. At the very least for the area 15 feet around you.
Okay. Yeah, I'll try and like get as close as into the dirt as I can.
Yeah, you kind of like press up against it, try and squeeze yourself as much into it as possible, but there's really no further that you can get. And Artemis, yeah, I mean, you could definitely tell that some of them died.
Oh, well, it works. I heard them die.
Oh, there was a lot in there, and some were a bit further away.
Oh, so there's more, huh? I guess we'll have to spend time to just get rid of them all.
All right.
Why not, right?
Jake, can we just like dig and then
Yeah,
do it
certainly.
again?
I will say that as you guys continue onwards, you probably use a bunch more spell slots, but it would take the rest of the week to clear out this area without the potential for injury if you're doing it the
Yeah.
careful way.
We'll do it the careful way. I'll use like 2 or 3 spell slots with.
I mean, yeah, we've got
Interesting.
ranged weaponry and shields and stuff.
Yeah, I was about to say I have a gun now.
Are you gonna
Like,
shoot
you don't
the
even
gun?
have to use 100% spell slot. I would recommend you not shoot the gun.
No, don't. I'm just asking. Are you
I
gonna
said-
shoot the gun?
I sadly put the gun away.
Oh. Okay, fair enough. But yeah, eventually, you managed to clear out the majority of the tunnel over the next 3 days. Thankfully, there doesn't seem to be that many undead. And honestly, a lot of the ones you get further on seem to be much weaker and die much quicker. Most of them can't even regenerate. It just seems that the first few that you had found were capable of regeneration. Until,
You know, I
Go ahead.
do got to ask how in a city full of clerics and paladins is there just a small horde of undead under one of their walls?
Oh yeah, you'd think enough holiness would get rid of undead, but
Well, you would think that at least, one of them that is like more well attuned to their powers would maybe notice this, but what do
To
I
be
know?
fair, it can't necessarily go through walls, can it?
I feel like this is a design flaw on the part of the gods.
If it can't go through walls, they have no way of knowing what's under here. The only person who knew what was here was, who knows how many people actually know that this place exists in the walls.
Alright. Yeah, the rest of the week passes by rather uneventfully for the most part.
okay.
You manage to clear out the area. Varus goes out to get some food, and that is
Some
actually
food, let's be honest.
yeah, true. And I'm actually going to call it here.
Okay.